Ready? All right, welcome to episode 87 of the 2-Minute Warning. Following a fantastic win for the Florida Gators, continuing that push for the SEC championship. Let's get to the point, Jay. Is Kyle Trask a Heisman? Okay, of course he's a Heisman contender. Can Kyle Trask win the Heisman?
It's going to be tough. I mean, that 6 touchdowns versus Arkansas he just won tonight really just put
Most
him
of
above
the season for him.
almost everyone in averages. He's averaging 4.7 touchdowns a game. The next best is Justin Fields with 4.3, but Justin Fields has 3 games.
Only 3 games,
to go
so that
off
average
of.
could go way down if
So,
he plays somebody good.
Even if he held that rate, Kyle Trask is still ahead of him. So and I don't think Justin Fields is going to do that. He doesn't have the arm. I mean, he does have the arm, but he doesn't sling it and is as go home or go big or go home like Kyle Trask is. Kyle Trask is currently ahead of total touchdowns that Joe Burrow was at this point last year. And Joe Burrow set records, easily won Heisman, and went number 1 overall in the draft and won a national championship. Kyle Trask is on the exact same pace. At this current point, at this day, I don't see an argument to why he should not win Heisman, especially with Trevor Lawrence losing those 2 games. That kind of put him out of the race. Not completely, but that did hinder him and gave Kyle Trask that extra possibility to step up, and I think he did just fine.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, obviously as Gator fans, it's hard to say not. It's not hard not to root for Kyle Trask to win Heisman. But he's making his case, even if you hate the guy, which I don't know who would hate Kyle Trask. But he's making the case a bit like nobody else ever before, really. I mean, looking at the last 3 years, Heisman winners, Joe Burrow last year, Kyler Murray the year before, and Baker Mayfield in 2017. He's got 10 more touchdowns than Baker did this time of year, 2 more than Kyler did, and 1 on Joe Burrow. So he's got more touchdowns at this point than any of the last 3 Heisman winners.
And that's considering those 3 guys' total touchdowns. We're comparing Trask just passing touchdowns.
Those are 3 guys that definitely had rushing touchdowns mixed in.
Mobility.
If we're not mistaken, Kyle Trask is 28. They're all through the year.
Yeah.
So and that doesn't mean Kyle Trask isn't a mobile guy.
Yeah.
I think if there's one limitation on his Heisman chances because he's not as mobile as a guy like Justin Fields or even Trevor Lawrence. I think is a good running quarterback.
But even that,
it's showcased a lot. But Kyle Trask is making a push. I mean, the way I see it is Mac Jones is kind of regarded as the front runner at the moment, but if looking at his stats through 6 games, which Kyle Trask is also through 6 games. Of course, Alabama is undefeated, so that's kind of a thing. It's how much does an undefeated record factor into the Heisman race. But looking at stats of the actual player, Mac Jones through 6 games, Kyle Trask through 6 games. Jones has 17 touchdowns, Trask has 28. It's 11 more touchdowns for Trask in the same amount of games. Average for Jones, 2.8 a game. Average for Trask, double that. Hence why there's 11 more at 4.7 per game for Trask. So, again, the way I've heard talk, whatever, I think Mac Jones is way up there. Trask is better stat-wise. Yeah. Justin Fields, only 3 games into his year. Tough to say, but Trask is still averaging more than him. Of course, the totals doesn't matter because, like I said, Fields is at half of the total games. But the pace of Trask, still through 6 games higher than Fields. Trevor Lawrence, of course, has been out for 2 games. But at the moment he was out, he was through 6 games like Trask is now, only has 21. And then Zach Wilson, who... Not to discredit him playing for BYU, not a big school football-wise, but he's got 30 through 8, which is still less per game than Trask. So, and my take is that Trask is really doing everything he can possibly to win that Heisman, and I think it's going to happen.
The final decision, in my opinion, will come down to that SEC championship once we make it.
Yeah.
He's going to be having to play toe-to-toe with Mac Jones, and really the debate will be settled there if those are 2 the front runners, assuming Trevor Lawrence is just sitting at that 3rd place spot due to those sad games. Now, if somehow the SEC ends in a 14-10 game where both quarterbacks do shit and Trevor Lawrence destroy
Notre Dame and ACC
Notre Dame
championship,
and he had 5 touchdowns, there's Trevor Lawrence stepping up. But really, to me, the 2 front runners, in my opinion, is Kyle Trask, Matt Jones. Will be settled in the SEC championship. If I'm betting on strictly quarterback, I do think Kyle Trask could put up more numbers and better numbers than Matt Jones.
Now, I'm guilty of it, and I know a lot of people across the nation are. I love Trevor Lawrence personally.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Trevor Lawrence.
I think even if he wasn't putting up historical numbers, if he plays every game this year, he is the Heisman winner just because he deserves it. He's one of the greatest college quarterbacks we've ever seen.
Yeah, no matter how the Heisman goes, draft-wise, Trevor Lawrence is number 1.
Yeah, I think it's tough to debate any other statement than Trevor Lawrence is the best quarterback at the moment. So if the way I see it is, if Trask doesn't win, then it's going to be Trevor Lawrence. Maybe Justin Fields comes out because he's got so many more games to show off.
Yeah.
But Mac Jones, just his stat line is nothing other than solid in my opinion. He's not Heisman material. No disrespect, he's a great quarterback as well.
A lot will play in the SEC and ACC.
But we'll have to, like he just said, a lot plays into the rest of the season.
Yeah, good. 2 minutes.
All right, go Gators.